Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing really well. Today I have one of the most difficult challenges on my hand and I did it to myself. It was my idea to film this video, but it is very hard because I'm going to be talking about vanillas. But there is a twist. I'm going to be talking about the only vanillas that I will ever need personally. So I am going to be sharing with you guys the 5 most important vanillas to me. I need to have these in my life. I need to have these in my collection. These are my forever vanilla fragrances. I have my top 5. My top 5 vanillas for the rest of my life. It's so complicated, but let's just get into it. Althair from Parfums de Marly. I was not expecting to love this fragrance as much as I do, and I really mean that. When I first tried Althair from Parfums de Marly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was not really impressed by it. First of all, I felt like it was weaker than other juices, and I also just wanted more from Parfums de Marly in terms of a vanilla. Like, they have never launched like a vanilla fragrance, so I was just expecting more. And honestly, some part of me wishes that I didn't love this as much as I do, but guys, I cannot tell you how obsessed and hooked that I got on Althair. It almost was like a drug. Like, the more and more that I would wear it, the more and more that I would fall in love with it and I would want to wear it. Like, at some point, you guys, like really at some point, I was wearing this layered with a little bit of Bianco Latte every day for about 4 weeks, I would say. Like, every single day without changing, I was just wearing Althair and Bianco Latte. I just became so hooked on this fragrance, and it's so hard to explain. What you have in Althair is obviously vanilla. You have an interesting touch of orange blossom in here. You also have this really beautiful woody depth to the scent. And you also have some sort of resinous spice going on. It is just the most perfect, complex vanilla fragrance. One of the best that I have ever tried. You have more in here. You have some praline, cinnamon, like I said, a resinous vibe from some elemi. You have orange blossom, vanilla, gaiac wood in the base. I think there's other notes in there, but those would be the main ones that I would say are the most prominent. But what I get is this beautiful, deep, woody vanilla with something a little bit resinous. It's sweet, but not too sweet. There is this beautiful depth to the vanilla in here, and it is just so beautiful, you guys. Like, really, I cannot even tell you how much that I love it. And like I said, I'm being really honest with you guys. Like, my bottle is like, I think I'm down to like about here, I would say. But I'm being honest when I say, when I first tried it, I was not blown away at all. Like, I actually left my bottle on my shelf for several weeks before I actually started to wear the scent. And that just shows that you should never judge a fragrance just based off of first impressions. Like, you should give fragrances the chance. And one day I just decided to wear it, and I kind of just started getting like addicted to it. It is truly an incredible vanilla fragrance with fantastic longevity and projection. This one lasts around 8 hours on my skin. I will say it's not as beast mode as some other Parfums de Marlys, like Leighton, for instance, like, I don't know, Pegasus. Some of their freshies are even beast mode. This is not like your beast mode Parfums de Marly, but it is still strong. Like, it's not a weak juice by any means, but it's not as strong as some others. So I just want to tell you guys that. But I love it, and I cannot live without this vanilla. Like, I cannot live without it. I need it in my collection. I have a backup bottle of it actually, and I just love it so much. Since I mentioned Bianco Latte, I am gonna put it in here. And I'm laughing because I feel so, like, I feel like a victim to the hype of this scent, but it was so worth it. Like, even when I look at my collection, and I've smelled so many fragrances, you guys, over the years, this does have something kind of unique about it. Like, okay, yes, it's not groundbreaking. Like, they didn't innovate something with this fragrance. And there's probably hundreds of fragrances that have the same note breakdown, smell pretty much the same. But there is something special about Bianco Latte. Like there is something, and you can see I'm smiling because it makes me so happy, this fragrance, you guys. This is the most delicious, milky vanilla fragrance. It's milky, it's creamy, it smells like everybody describes, like the froth of a beautiful vanilla latte, like it's the frothy part. It's milky and creamy and just so decadent and luscious, and it's just wow. Like it almost could have a slightly, like an almost, don't take my words and run with it, but like a bit of a coconut touch in there. But it is just spectacular, like a spectacular vanilla fragrance. And you guys, if you own this fragrance, you know. So I don't really need to say it. I don't need to convince anyone here. If you own the fragrance, you know exactly what I'm gonna say. I have never experienced the reactions, the type of reactions that I get when I wear Bianco Latte, I have never experienced before. And I think the only other fragrances that I have had pretty crazy reactions is like Vibrato from Sospiro. What else? Like I'm trying to think in recent years what would give me that reaction, and I can only think of Vibrato. But Bianco Latte, you guys, every time, and I don't even understand, like, how? Like men, women, just everyone compliments you on this fragrance. Everyone says, can you write down, like, and so many people ask you to actually write down the name of the perfume. Like people are so enamored with the way that this fragrance smells. So when you see somebody saying, oh my God, I got a compliment, da 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 da, believe them, because I'm telling you guys, honestly, I have really never seen that before or experienced such crazy reactions. And I would say it's not just the scent alone, it's the fact that it's so strong. That is one of the biggest reasons, and one of the biggest, I would say, pluses of Bianco Latte is because it is such a strong fragrance. Bianco Latte has a huge projection, like it projects into the room. It really projects into the room. When you walk in the room wearing Bianco Latte, everyone is gonna smell you. It really is a strong fragrance, and it lasts on your skin for hours and hours and hours. I would say you probably get around 8 hours, maybe a little bit more, 8 to 10 hours with Bianco Latte. But what is so captivating is that projection. It leaves this beautiful, sweet, addictive, honeyed, milky vanilla trail behind you, and people tend to gravitate towards sweet smells. Everybody likes sweet smells. Everybody likes the scent of vanilla, the scent of honey, the scent of chocolate. Like people love that type of smell. So of course it's gonna garner some people's attention and compliments, and that's why it's such a compliment getter. It's not me just saying it. Everybody gets compliments from Bianco Latte, and it's because of the scent. And obviously the brand did such a beautiful job, but it's also because it's such a strong fragrance. So absolutely, you guys, like I don't want to be without this fragrance. And I cannot believe that I'm saying it, because I was so not against it. Like I had such FOMO for such a long time of not owning this scent, but I was like, it's probably not that good. Like I don't believe people saying that they're getting compliments and da da da. Guys, believe all of the hype of this fragrance. It's not going to be for everyone. I'm not saying every single human being is going to love this, but if you're looking for this type of vanilla, like there is nothing better. There is nothing better. And for me, this has become like my go-to vanilla fragrance. When I want that beautiful, pure vanilla extract with a little bit of a creamy touch, but really that beautiful vanilla fragrance, I wear Bianco Latte. And like I said, I also really like to layer with it. This is a plot twist right now, you guys. Like I was not expecting myself to choose this fragrance, but when I think about it and I looked at my whole entire collection, I cannot be without this scent. I adore Kayali Silk Santal. I adore it. I actually savor this juice because I don't want to run out. I think it's discontinued, but maybe Mona's gonna bring it back. I would hope so, because it's so beautiful. This is a feminine, sweet, innocent vanilla. Like It's totally a vanilla. This is not something that I would consider a floral or anything. This is a vanilla. It's very sweet, very feminine, but I don't want to be without this fragrance. I adore this scent. Kayali Silk Santal, she killed it with this fragrance. I was actually thinking of putting Vanilla 28 in here, but when I think about it, I actually wear Silk Santal more, and I don't want to be without this scent. I could live without Vanilla 28, even though I would be sad. I could not live without this one, and I love it. Like, I love it. It's this really sweet and playful and very feminine vanilla scent. You have champagne, freesia, praline, nectarine, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla in here. I think along with some other notes, but those are the main ones. It's just incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. You get this, yeah, like this really sweet, very feminine vanilla fragrance. Like, it's just spectacular. You have a sugar note in here, you have the vanilla, you have the praline, you have some light florals in here, which maybe add to a little bit more of that feminine quality. Also, the sugar does play a part in here, but it's really airy and just so feminine and sexy and addictive and innocent, and I just love it so much. It has fantastic longevity and projection, which surprised me because with Kayali, it's a bit hit or miss with the projection and the longevity. Like, let's be honest, some of them are very long lasting and others are a little more weak in terms of how long they last. Silk Santal, it lasts. It lasts, it projects, people can smell you, probably compliment you. It's just gorgeous, and I love layering with Silk Santal. Like, here's a layering combo for you guys right there. Bianco Latte, Silk Santal. Gorgeous combination. Put on Bianco Latte first and then Silk Santal over the top. It's a gorgeous combo. The next fragrance is gonna be a little bit shocking to you guys because this is actually the first time that I've ever spoken about this scent on my channel, and it will certainly not be the last because I am hooked with a capital H on this fragrance, and it's one of the best discoveries that I've had all year long so far. In 2024, this is one of my best discoveries, and I am just enamored with this scent, and I do not want to live without this fragrance. This is Andalusian Soul from the Merchant of Venice. Oh my God, you guys, like, oh my God, please, if there is anything that, I don't know, if you just listen to me right now, you need to try this fragrance. If you like the same fragrances as me, you are going to die over this scent. It is truly incredible. Like, guys, I am hooked on this fragrance. Like, really, I am hooked. No, this is not sponsored. No, this is not paid. I got a bunch of fragrances from the Merchant of Venice and I loved so many of them, actually. It's a house that I think is so beautiful. Really, you can feel the quality in every single scent, and I personally resonate with most of the fragrances from the brand, like maybe 95%, which is really rare for me. It happens very few times. And I just love everything, but this fragrance really stood out to me. It doesn't happen to me often, but I have really found myself in this fragrance. Like when I found myself in La Perla Possibilities, Rouge Malachite, Love Delight Amouage, Vibrato from Sospiro, God of Fire, Stefano Belluca, Andalusian Soul from the Merchant of Venice. This is just incredible. Now, how does it smell? Okay, I'm dragging it on right now. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous woody, ambery vanilla fragrance, you guys. This really warm and almost slightly balsamic vanilla. You have a lot of vanilla, you have amber, you have labdanum, which brings, I feel, this more warm, slightly balsamic and woody touch to the scent. You have a rum note, you have acacia, you have incense. It is just chef's kiss, absolutely incredible. Please, if there's something that you take away from this video, it's that at least go and get a sample of Andalusian Soul from the Merchant of Venice. It absolutely blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. So definitely check it out. Longevity and projection is really good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is not a Bianco Latte. It's not going to project into the room before you. I personally get around 7-ish hours of longevity with the scent with a nice projection. But like I said, it's not a beast mode vanilla. But for me, I do not care at all. I'm gonna take this bottle in my bag and top it up if I need to, because the scent alone, oh my gosh, like it's so warm and enveloping and just gorgeous, like gorgeous, gorgeous, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry to do this to you guys again, but really, you need this one. Andalusian Soul, I cannot live without this. It will be in my vanilla fragrances for life, forever. I'm obsessed, I'm hooked. That's it. And finally, you guys, we have Angelique Noire from Guerlain. Guerlain itself as a brand was the most difficult challenge because you guys know I love Spiritus du Vanille so much. I love Cuir Beluga. Wow, Cuir Beluga, I forgot how good it is. It's spectacular. You have a few other vanillas that I absolutely love from Guerlain, but I had to land on Angelique Noire because for me it holds the most meaning to me, because it really was like this pivotal moment in my fragrance collecting hobby. And I just remember, like, I've talked about the story all the time, but when I first smelled it, it's nothing crazy, but when I first smelled it, I really didn't like it. And it was one of my first grow to love fragrances. Like, I really had to work with the scent, and it was just a moment of, I don't know, like, not a challenge, but it just was a pivotal moment for me. It starts off very green and almost like vegetal in a way, because there is a very prominent and realistic note of Angelica. So it has this really like green, slightly bitter, vegetal vibe in the opening. But if you just be patient, it's going to settle, and it just brings something so complex and beautiful to the end result, which Angelique Noire becomes. It's this gorgeous, slightly green, woody vanilla fragrance that smells so luxurious and opulent and classy and just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I cannot say enough good things about Angelique Noire. It's the most beautiful, warm, just slightly green woody vanilla, and I absolutely adore it, and I will for the rest of my life. So definitely one of my favorite vanillas ever that I will always have. Amazing longevity and projection as well. It's more of an intimate fragrance, like it doesn't project that much, but it will last on your clothes for a really long time and your skin. It just is not like a beast mode projector, but absolutely adore it. 12 out of 10 vanilla. So that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my top 5 vanilla fragrances for life. That was no easy challenge. Like, that was really not easy, you guys. But if I think about it, like, those are my absolute favorites. And I didn't think about putting fragrances in this video that were like a cherry vanilla, because for me, that's not a vanilla. Cherry vanilla, it's no, or an iris vanilla like Iris Malikin from Maison Crivelli. Couldn't put stuff like that in here. I wanted this to be like a strictly vanilla focused video, and that's how I think these videos should be done. If it's towards a specific note, it should be about that note. But that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.